Hi, I'm Bob Roboth. I'm the CEO at Bigger, Faster, Stronger. And we were just in the meeting room the other day and we were talking about basically what we do at our weight room certification. And the process came up talking with the guys about a little bit about the straight leg deadlift. Okay, one of the reasons we feel so strongly about the straight leg deadlift is because of the development of flexibility and range of motion. Obviously, if you take a look at the majority of the kids, the athletes that we work with, a large number have a hard time bending over and touching their toes. And we know that that range of motion has a direct correlation to speed. Doing this exercise correctly, not focusing on weight but more on flexibility and range of motion, dictates that we're going to do a better job in our speed development. Okay, when we start out on the straight leg deadlift, what we recommend for the majority of people in your class, boys and girls, is to start out with just the bar. It's either going to be the 45-pound bar or the 15-pound Alumilite bar. Now what we try to do is go down anywhere from 1 to 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps, and we try to touch the bar to the ground. At the bottom position, we'd like you to exhale. Now, once you've accomplished that, rather than increase weight, we'd like you to take and put your hands out a little bit wider, consequently increasing the stretch. Our goal on this lift is to try to increase range of motion. You'll find that most kids at this level, if you were to do the sit and reach measurement, most of them have a hard time getting to their toes or even 1 to 3 inches past their toes. Okay, one of the variations that we use on the straight leg deadlift, which is one of my favorites, we like to use our squat box and stand on the squat box and use 5-pound training plates to start with, so we add a little bit of stress, but start out slow with this, and have a spotter actually start out lifting up the weight to the lifter. Now everything's exactly the same. This person's going to go down and Cam's going to try to touch the plate to the ground. Now in this case, what we want to be, at what level we want to be, is making sure that he can't touch. So what we can do to make this harder, instead of adding more weight, is to make the diameter of the plate smaller and reduce the diameter by putting on a 10-pound, a 25-pound plate on the bar. Our recommendation on the straight leg deadlift is never more than 95 pounds as far as total weight for any athlete. Okay. Another variation on the straight leg deadlift is to use dumbbells. Now, I personally like this very much in terms of the physiology of the lift. As the athlete goes down, we try to keep the hands closer to the side of the body, thus putting less stress on the low back. Now, obviously, we want to stress the low back, but stress it correctly. We don't want to use too much weight again. This is a stretching exercise. Okay, in respect to progression, rather than adding weight, we would rather have the athlete stand up higher and get more stretch. Good job, Cam. Okay, on our last variation, we use the Hex Bar to use on the straight leg deadlift. In this situation, what I like about this, compared to the other lifts, is that it keeps you symmetrical based upon the range of motion. Everything else is the same. Try to go as far as you can. Once you can touch the plate to the ground, then what we're going to do is we're going to add stress by going up on a box. In this, you can see that Cam cannot touch the ground. You notice that we have not added more weight. We're trying to get him to get a greater stretch, greater range of motion. We'd like to say for the straight leg deadlift, we recommend at least twice a week. The exercises I like to use prior to this, of course, is the squat. Doing a straight leg deadlift after the squat is a beneficial aspect based upon getting that stretch and working on speed development. I hope this helps, coaches, and get your athletes fired up to get faster and stronger.